Cup started yesterday, so we're going to be doing a little bit of preview and analysis about the game yesterday between Qatar and Ecuador. Yeah, Jiboy. What was your view about the game yesterday?
Well, it was what was expected. Nobody was really expecting much from Qatar, and a okay Ecuador team was able to beat them easily, as far as I'm concerned. And this is actually their easiest match in the group, and they got beat. At least it was not a thrashing, so and they can be happy with that.
All right, yeah, they have Netherlands and Senegal also in the team. So Senegal will be playing Netherlands by 5 later today. How do you see that matchup?
With Senegal missing their talisman, Sadio Mane, it's very, very difficult for them to actually. They are missing their full attacking armory. So I'll be leaning towards Netherlands getting something out of this one. The 3 points.
All right. So in Group B, there's England, Iran, USA, and Wales. USA will be playing Wales last fixture today, and tomorrow. Is it tomorrow they'll be playing? Iran and Wales will be playing tomorrow. Yeah, Iran and Wales will be playing tomorrow.
Is it? No.
Iran.
England,
Iran. Yeah, England, Iran. Then USA, Wales later today. Yeah. So how do you see that group?
I think England should easily top that group, and if they don't top the group, I think unless England wins the whole competition one way or the other, Southgate will have to go. They just have to top that group. They don't have any excuse. They are way better than the rest of the teams.
I think England topping the group is what will determine how far they go.
Yeah, the last World Cup, I think it was the other way around. Whoever would come second had the easier draw.
Yeah. And they decided to lose the last match.
They didn't decide. They got beat.
Yeah, they decided now because they fielded their second team while Belgium fielded their strong team. So the coach made his decision. All right. So in the second game is USA Wales. What do you think about that?
I think there are two teams that are equally matched. It will be very, very difficult, but with the star power of Gareth Bale.
They still have Kiefer Moore.
Yeah, but Gareth Bale is the one that
he's old now.
Yeah, he's the one they look to.
They still have Daniel James. They still have Ramsey and the likes, Tana Padu. I mean, they're pretty solid. But USA to have players. They have strong players. McKennie. They have Tyler Adams, Yunus Musa, Giorena, Tim Rim, Fulham's captain. Then they have Robinson and Dest. Like, they're not a pushover too.
I think the two teams are evenly balanced and can go either way. But
I think Wales have better experience.
Yeah, they have the better attack and it goes that decide match.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Group C. Argentina, Mexico, Poland, and Saudi Arabia. So that game will be played tomorrow between Argentina and Saudi. I think that's like a route for Argentina. I think they're going to really beat Saudi tomorrow. But Saudi always find one way to qualify for World Cup.
Yeah, they are from the Middle East Asian qualification. I think
it's pretty easy for them. Yeah.
I think it's unless China rises up, then maybe things will change.
All right. The second game in that group is between Mexico and Poland. I'm pretty disappointed. I'm disappointed about Poland's selections. I still managed to pick Jimenez, and Jimenez this year has been
Poland.
No, Mexico. The manager picked Tata Martino. He picked Jimenez, left out some of the regular players that are balling in the MLS. But what do you think about the tie between Poland and Mexico?
The last 7 World Cups, Mexico have always reached the quarterfinals, and Poland have a terrible record in the World Cup recent history. So, but
But based on form.
But based on form, based on even what the players they have right now, I think Mexico are currently, in a long time, this is the worst squad.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, they've had. But I still think they have Lozano, Lainez, and the experience of Guardado to tell. So, and they have Hector Moreno defending as well. So I'll still pick them over Poland based on history.
Based on experience.
Yeah, based on experience and history.
All right. So the next group is between Australia, Denmark, France, and Tunisia. You know, France, they are missing Benzema now. Like they chose not to replace him, but he's not going to play the tournament. You know, adding Pogba, Kante to the list of players who are missing out. So, what do you think about the game between them and Australia? I think that was the first game also in the World Cup they won 2018. Yeah. That was the third.
That was the third match.
That was the last match.
Yeah.
That was the last match. What do you think about the fixture?
It should be a walkover for France. They don't have any excuse not to win this match. I think even they didn't select these 26 players, these 25 players, and they selected another 25. They will still win this match.
They have the depth.
Yeah,
that's fine. Moving on to Denmark versus Tunisia. Based on Denmark's form, I think I won't be surprised if they top the group.
Yeah.
Based on that, because they beat France home and away in
the
Nations League. And they've been pretty impressive. They score goals, they defend quite well.
They beat them convincingly.
They outplayed them home and away. So also a walkover.
I don't even know what Tunisia. I think we have to revamp the African system of how people qualify for the World Cup. Because what is Tunisia doing in the World Cup? They're just going there for going sake, to embarrass themselves. But at least they're there.
Yeah, they're there to represent
themselves.
Moving on, Group E has Costa Rica, Germany, Japan, and Spain. I think this is the toughest group so far. You know, Spain's manager. Let's talk about Spain for a while. Like that squad, what do you think about it?
I think like Deschamps, Luis Enrique also likes picking his favorites, because there are some people you wonder why he picked. Why is Ramos not in the squad? Why is
Ansu Fati,
Garcia, the defender, Eric Garcia, why is he being selected with how atrocious he has been? Why is Serbia going to the World Cup? There should be questions. He has questions to answer, and I'm sure
the amount of games Serbia has played this season, I don't think he has played up to double figures.
I'm sure if he fails to like reach the finals or semi-finals, will be out of a job.
It might be, but then I feel like he's trying to build for the future because of the attack that he picked. Serbia has played 12 league games and he only started 3. He has 27 minutes per game. He also picked this Madrid left winger in the squad. Asensio has barely played 5 league games or 7 league games this season. So like I don't understand the attack. The only striker I picked was Morata. Like he left out Borja Iglesias, who is like the highest goal scorer, like this highest goal Spanish striker.
At least they have Gerardo Moreno.
He didn't pick Gerardo Moreno. So like I'm surprised. Like what's his plan? How does he intend on scoring? Because this has been the issue for the past 4-6 years. They create, but they don't score.
They dominate. They don't score. They create. They dominate. So
I don't understand. But then again, there's another team in Germany who also picked like some undeserving players in the squad. What do you think about Germany too?
They really have a point to prove after the last catastrophe of the World Cup they had. They really need to top this group to get a favorable draw. But
I mean, there's Kai Havertz, there's Karim Adeyemi.
They have a bunch of strikers that don't score too much. They lack a striker.
The only striker they picked that has been scoring of recent is Yusufa Makoko and Niklas.
And it's 17 or is it 18?
He's 18. He already clocked 18. Fukrog has scored 10 goals in 14 league games for Werder Bremen. Then in the midfield, also the usual suspects, Muller, Sané, Kimmich.
I think their best bet is just to chalk Muller up front and hope for the best, because this okay, Musa Soko Mukoko can make an impact from the bench, but the rest are wingers pretending to be strikers.
Yeah. It's fine, Sha. It's fine. Because the back, he has Rudiger, Niklasula, Schlotterbeck, Tiluk. I was surprised Tilukera made the list. But then he has been picking him, he picked Matthias, Ginter, he picked Bella Kochap, who is having a good season, but then this is like his first, he picked Klosterman and Gunter. So like he didn't pick
experience. He left out Omels.
He didn't even pick like full backs. I mean, he picked David Raum, but David Raum plays as a wing back. So I think he's planning on playing 3 at the back. Because he only picked David Raum and Hoffman. And those are the only 2 players in the squad that can play.
They are wing backs.
Yeah, that they are wing backs and can also play like right back.
They can't play right back. I don't see.
They can, but they'll be a liability defensively.
Hoffman as right back.
Yeah, they'll be a liability defensively. So what do you think about the game between Germany and Japan? Japan also have an impressive squad. They have Minamino, Daichi Kamada, Maeda, the Celtic striker. They have Kubo Mitoma of Brighton. They have Ritsuduan. They have Endo, who is returning. They have Morita of Sporting Lisbon, the midfielder. They have Tomiyasu. They have Ishida.
How old is Nagatomo?
Nagatomo is still there. He's 39. God. And he still made the squad. So I think like they have an exciting blend of experience and youngsters, and most of their key players are playing in Europe and they are first team players.
Yeah, I think the Germans should also remember that it was South
Korea
the
last
Asian team that knocked them out. So they must take this game very, very serious.
Yeah, but so what do you think about the first game between Germany and Japan?
It will be tough, but Germany should be favorites, but I can't say they will win. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Considering the defense, plus of recent, they've not been dominating games. They've been playing more of a counter-attacking game, eating teams on break. So it's interesting to see how the first game goes. Then the match against between Spain and Costa Rica, I think Spain should win that easily.
Yeah, there are no recognizable names in the Costa Rican squad,
except for your Campbell too.
I get Brian Oviedo actually made the squad again. Surprising.
Oh, interesting. So let's move on to the next group F, between that has Belgium, Canada, Croatia, and Morocco. I think this is also going to be an exciting group. Yeah, because Belgium's golden generation are all in their 30s.
I think I don't know. The last friendly Belgium played before the World Cup was against Egypt, and they got beat.
Yeah, 2-1.
I don't know who is in charge of the Belgium.
For me, I
don't know what Roberto Martinez.
I think Martinez messed not only the golden generation up, but like that transition. Because now, assuming he incorporated the youngsters early on, they would have a well-oiled team. Because now they still have Jeremy Doku, Atotiat. They have this young centre back from Anderlecht. They have some few young players in the squad, but they've not been playing, regular enough for the international team for them to, be relied on. But then
I don't know the sense behind picking Batshuayi ahead of Luka Bakio. I guess he's another manager that likes picking his favorites because I don't know why Batshuayi is.
But if Benteke was still playing in the EPL, I'm sure he would have made this list. He would have made. I mean, he still picked Dries Mertens. I'm happy big Luis Openda anyway.
Yeah.
In case Lukaku is not fit, I think Openda would really play.
Batshuayi he has always been picked, and he has never, as in when it counts, he has never come to the fore. So I don't know what the point is of picking him over and over again.
He still pick Jan Vertonghen and
Toby Alderweireld. And they'll probably start.
If they start, they slap on Atotiat and Wout face because
he uses 3 at the back.
So
start.
All right. So the game between them and Canada, what do you think? Belgium, Canada.
This is Canada's first World Cup in a long time, I think.
Yeah, Jonathan David, Stargio of Porto, and Davis. Those are like the 3 big names in the squad.
Yeah, they are. Junior Elliott is also there. And Kyle
Lorraine. He's old now.
Kyle Lorraine, Ike Ugbo, the Chelsea academy graduate. God knows where he is right now.
What do you think about the game?
This should be a win for Belgium. They should, even without Lukaku, they should easily be able to beat Canada. Because defensively, I don't think Canada can cope. I'm seeing a Nigerian in their defense in Sam Adekugbe.
Right. So what do you think about the game between Morocco and Croatia? Interesting that Croatia left out Ante Rebic.
Croatia's problem over the years has also been the lack of a quality striker. Since Mandzukic's retirement. But against this Morocco team, who is they actually have like talents as well, sprinkled everywhere from the goalkeeper in Bono, who plays for Sevilla, to Ashraf Hakimi. Is Nayef Aguerd going to be fit enough to start?
Yeah. It might be.
First match.
It might be.
And the Moroccan team is also an okay squad, and I expect them to make an impact in this World Cup. Yeah. If they play their cards well and they play, I think Arit is also out.
He's in.
He's in. Okay.
Yeah.
I think they should be able to. They play to their best, and the manager is smart. They can sneak in a second position in this group.
All right, let's move on. Brazil, Cameroon, Serbia, and Switzerland. What do you think about the game?
Brazil,
Cameroon. What do you think about the group? Serbia and Switzerland.
I guess there are 3 teams that are contesting for the top 2 spaces. Because I don't think Cameroon.
As in Brazil first, then one out of Serbia and Switzerland.
Yeah.
I saw Cameroon,
Switzerland and Serbia were also in the same group last World Cup. Or was it the Euros?
They met.
No, yeah, in Russia they were the same.
They met a round of 16,
and they got. I think Serbia got.
Switzerland came from behind.
Yeah, I think
2-1.
I watched that match and
Xhaka and Shaqiri.
I wasn't sure about the officiating. There were like 2 times that Mitrovic got pulled down in the box, and they refused to even check VAR for it. So this is Serbia's chance to revenge.
That was VAR's first.
Yes, yeah. So this
introduced.
The Serbians should be out for revenge.
And
I'll back
Serbia are a better team.
Yeah, I'll back them to come second in this group.
I mean, if Brazil doesn't, if they don't take time, they might drop points against Serbia.
Possible.
Even
Switzerland, because
on Friday or Thursday.
Switzerland also always find a way to at least leave the group.
That group should be interesting, but I won't say I'm disappointed in Cameroon's list. But then, who could they have chosen? Because I think they picked their best.
Yeah.
So but
if everything was fair, Mukoko should be in this squad.
Yeah. I think they picked their best, but they don't just have that exposure compared to they don't have that quality compared to other West African teams.
The Onana should be Onana for Belgium. She also be.
He declared for Belgium now.
Unfortunately, and Mbappe.
It's interesting to see how, and because Serbia has Mitrovic, Jovic, Vlahovic, Tadic. They also, I think, Kostic, and all those.
They have a different. Cameroon actually have a decent attack with Brian Mbeumo and Vincent Abubakar, Toko Ekambi, and Choupo-Moting, who has been in fantabulous form so far.
I think they've been their last game. I think they deployed the 4-4-2. They should just be safe and go with a 4-3-3. That 4-4-2 leaves out a lot of space in the middle, and they are not that pacey in front. So they should try as much as possible to stay defensive and try to win in the last 10 minutes.
Hard workers up front, so maybe that will in some way compensate. Yeah.
So in Group H, there's Ghana, South Korea, Portugal, and Uruguay. This is a tough group. I think Ghana is there just to represent, because I saw their list. I mean, it's not that bad, but then compared to
Dennis Odoi,
compared to their opponents, they pick Thomas Partey. I still saw.
I think if the Ghanaian coach is smart, he should go with three-man defense.
Three-man exactly.
Because you can't pair Daniel Amate and Salisu are not for the best.
Yeah.
That would be very dangerous.
They're both aggressive and they commit too early.
I'm seeing Baba Rahman in this
Baba Rahman, yeah. We should just go with the 3-5-2 because they picked Ayu brothers. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I understand with the younger one, but like the older one, it is well, sure, they'll be fine.
They have Inoki Williams and also Kamaldeen Sulamana up front. So, and also this guy that has been hyped very recently, Ishaku Abdul Fattah.
Sporting midfielder.
Yeah. You keep an eye out for him.
I'm surprised they left out Felix Afenagian.
Yeah, that's true.
That was surprising.
And they picked some Antoine Semenyo from Bristol City instead. That's weird.
Fine, because they also left out Jeffrey Schlupp.
Yeah,
because they claimed that his agent was saying they were asking for money. That's sad.
They picked a Daniel Afriye from Out of Oaks and dropped Felix Gian. That's weird.
Some money stuff going in.
Questionable decisions.
Yeah. So what do you think about the game between Portugal and Ghana?
They just beat their elder brothers in Nigeria 4-0. Maybe this one will be like 6.
All right. The next game is between Uruguay and South Korea.
It's going to be very tough because Uruguay right now.
Uruguay have the quality, but then
they have the quality. They have experience.
Not translate against these Asian sides because in the last like 3 World Cups now, South Korea they've had a very good. South Korea and Japan they've had good World Cups, like good World Cup runs in the last 3 World Cups.
I think it will depend on how the Uruguayan manager manages his players and uses his team. If he decides to go for player power and start using the old men, that is Cavani and Suarez ahead of Darwin Nunez, and
he plays a 4-3-3. Nunez from the left, Suarez in the middle, and Pelistri from the right.
Okay.
He plays 3.
As long as giving Cavani and is giving them minutes with sense, I think they should be okay up front. Because if he decides to use Cavani and Suarez together, who's going to cover for them? They will need legs, someone to do the running for them.
The running, yeah. All right. So you're not going to 11. You're not going to World Cup 11.
Well, I'll go with maybe Donnarumma in goal, Skriniar and second defender, Skriniar and Ramos. Then right back I'll go with Reece James. Left back David Alaba. In the midfield Paul Pogba and probably Kante. Mahrez on the left. Play right wing from the. Okay, Mahrez from the right wing. I'll use a 3-man midfield with Marco Verratti. Then I need a left winger. I'll go with, even though he has been in terrible form of late, I'll go with Sancho up front. Benzema.
Benzema is in World Cup now.
But he's not going to play.
But he's in the World Cup.
And then Haaland.
All right. Mine would be the guy in goal, James, Ramos, Tomori, and Mendy. Ferland Mendy. Then Kante, Thiago, Pogba, and Sancho, midfield for Diamond.
Switch that Sancho for Luis Diaz or Salah.
I'm not putting countries that are players that their countries do not qualify. Just countries that their team qualify, but they are not going. Then up front, I have Firmino and Iglesias.
Okay.
Yeah, so the top 4 teams.
The competition.
Yeah.
Argentina, Brazil, France, and England. I'm sure it's probably one of them. Yeah, probably one of them will win it.
That's interesting.
Because I don't see anybody. I don't see Germany winning it. I don't see Spain winning it.
I mean, for me, it's Portugal, Brazil, Netherlands. I think Netherlands will surprise a lot of people. Because for me, they're like the dark horses in this tournament. They have a well-oiled team, like from the defense to the midfield. I mean, the attack could be better, but I know that players like Jensen, Wout, Weghorst. Those players don't really get game time, so I'm confident regardless. I know it's the likes of Depay, Bergwijn, Cody Gakpo. I think he picked Noah Lang. I'm not sure about Noah Lang, but I know it's just those three players that will play most. They'll get most game time up front. So yeah, they have a very well balanced team. So my last team will probably be Belgium. Yeah, Belgium. They have the experience, but I think the World Cup might go to a South American country.
I think my own dark horses will be Denmark.
They have the quality, but for me, I don't to go that far like the bench, because that was what messed them up in Euros. That bench, they didn't have that strong bench like England did, and that was like what determined it in the extra time.